On World News Tonight this Wednesday, they have found the plane. They are recovering the bodies. Looking for support to pass the largest tax cut in nearly 20 years and not finding it yet. And growing up in the suburbs, if it's such a good place to raise the children, why are so many children unhappy about it? We'll take a closer look.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Good evening. One of the most important questions has been answered to fit. Tonight we're going to take a closer look at something missing. Before World War II, the American suburb was a place where mostly the rich people lived. After the war and well into the 50s, the move to the suburbs transformed American life. In the 1950s, suburban life was synonymous with a contented life. In the 1990s, it's a lot more complicated, and there is something missing. ABC's Aaron Hayes reports from Kentucky.
The suburbs have long been thought an ideal place to raise kids, but in boom towns like Florence, Kentucky, many will tell you differently.
Do you feel like you belong to a community?
Not really. No. Not at all. No. It's just clusters of subdivisions.
So many of America's suburbs are tracts of houses connected to daily life by the car, so a teenager under driving age can have a tough time connecting at all.
All this land is being taken up, but there's not being anything built for us to do.
We can't even play baseball anymore because there's houses.
You can't really go out and walk to wherever you want to go.
Bordered by busy highways, the mall, the nearest gathering place, the design of many subdivisions isolates kids with no place to meet new friends, spontaneously play.
And the problem is as children get older and they want more stimulation, they want more places to go to, more places to explore, and they want to expand their world, they have very few options because there's such an abrupt edge at the edge of the subdivision.
These lots, if they're not built on already, will be built on.
Around Florence, housing lots are filling the landscape, bringing in more kids and mega schools. The high school here has 1,100 students, great resources, terrific band, but the superintendent worries something's missing.
We have plenty of subdivisions. We don't have a lot of neighborhoods. A neighborhood is one where there is a degree of interdependence and awareness and a real feeling of the community.
A few developers have aimed for that in places such as Marymount, Ohio.
Here, more than 24 architects came together to design not just the structure of the houses, but the structure of the entire community. And top priority in that design, the children.
It has parks, it has baseball fields, it has an excellent school system, all integrated into a walkable community.
Kids can safely ride their bikes to school, the stores, the ice cream shop, and this design has worked for decades.
This was built in
The 1920s. Started in 1923, to be exact, by Mrs. Emery.
Developer Mary Emery wanted to see children weave their lives through a community. Indeed, here, you see kids playing everywhere.
I just go on my bike everywhere.
How far can you go?
I don't know, anywhere.
There's so many things to do, and everywhere you go, like, you know everybody.
No small town, Marymount's 15 minutes from downtown Cincinnati. Like so many of the suburbs today, Marymount sprung from farm fields, but with a good deal more attention given to planning for the children. Aaron Hayes, ABC News, Marymount, Ohio.
A lot of people are really interested in this now. The Congress for the New Urbanism, which promotes neighborhood principles in suburbs, as well as in the city, says that more than 200 projects based on the Marymount model are currently in the works around the country. We'll be back in just a moment.